Hello everyone, welcome back to next episode of Mastery in Commerce. Today we are going to see the first chapter of your book of economics, that is Introduction to Microeconomics. I hope by now you all have purchased your books and you all are well aware that what all subjects you will be doing in grade 11. So this book is combined to your statistics, the two videos which I have uploaded earlier, and this subject is connected to stats. So stats and economics are one question paper, one exam which you are going to give in your grade 11, right? So let us start with the first chapter, and the first chapter is Introduction to Microeconomics. I hope you all remember what you did in your grade 10, but there might be few of my students who have not studied economics in grade 9 and 10. For them I am giving an introduction of what is economics. First of all, you should remember that economics is the study of how money circulates in a country, right? It may be within the political boundaries of a country, or we are seeing how much the citizens of a country are earning outside, who are living outside in other countries of that particular country. So suppose whatever production, what is income, how much expenditure, how much consumption, how much production, that all calculations are done in this subject of economics, right? So first chapter of your book is very interesting, which will bring you closer to all the basic terms you are going to study in the book of economics, right? Economics is nothing but the calculation of how the economy works. As you might have seen in the news and all, in the newspaper, on Google, in the news, wherever you see that Indian economy is growing or Indian economy is coming down. So these all calculations are done with the help of stats, which is linked to economics. Okay, so first of all let us see that what is economics. Economics focus on production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. Okay, so we see that how the individuals, the producers, the consumers, how they are behaving in a particular country, and how the money is rotating, whether the money is resulting in profit or the money is resulting in not development of a country, right? So all the calculations are based on that. Now these all terms we will be studying in detail later. First you should know that what economics focuses on. Now economics has two branches, which are microeconomics and macroeconomics. So microeconomics is basically study of behavior of an individual. Of an individual or at a smaller level. Okay, so whenever I am studying the subject at a smaller level, or I am talking about the people in a particular area, or one person, per capita income, per capita expenditure, so that all comes under micro. But macro is the study of large scale. Like a nation. Now as per your syllabus of grade 11 and 12, this you will be doing in your 11th and this you will be doing in your 12th. So whole economics you will be able to understand in the tenure of these 2 years. You will understand what is micro and what is macro. Now microeconomics helps in understanding why and how different goods have different values, how individuals make certain decisions, and how do they cooperate with each other. So whole study of individual behavior is studied in micro, and in macro we study about. Now you should remember that Adam Smith is called the father of economics. So this question may come in exam. Who is the the father of economics? So Adam Smith is the father of economics. Okay. Now important terms you have to learn. Important terms I have already explained you. When you go to market, you purchase something, then you are the consumer. Now who is a seller? The person who is sitting over there to sell his goods to you and you purchase from him, he is a seller. He has a motive of earning profit. Then who is a producer? Producer is a person who produces the goods. The producer may be the seller also, or seller may be different and producer may be different. Like a farmer produces crops on a field. He is doing production. So he is a producer. If the farmer is himself going to the market to sell his product, then he becomes a seller also. But if farmer is producing and giving to some other person to sell his cultivation, to sell his crops, then that person becomes a seller and farmer is the producer, right? Next is service holder. Service holder is like a person who is working for others, a person who is under terms of employment for others. Service provider, a person who is providing the services under whom the holder is working. So employer and employee, if you remember in business studies we have studied it. Now capital goods, goods which are produced for other goods are called capital goods. Means the goods which help in the further production of other goods, like extraction of wood from the forest. So wood becomes a capital good for a furniture maker, a person who is furnishing the furniture. So for him wood acts as a capital good. This is just an example. Now we move on to very important topic of the book, that is central problems of an economy. This is very important. In exam generally this question is asked, what are the central problems of an economy? The central problems of an economy are divided into three parts. First is what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Okay. See, suppose take a simple example. If I ask you to put your own factory and start your own production. So these are the three things you will have in your mind. You will think that first of all, if I have to start the production, then what should be the production? What product should I produce? Right? Second question is how to produce, what technology should I use in that kind of production. Suppose I want to produce some pencils, right? I want to have my own factory of pencils for the students. So I have to first of all think that what kind of pencils should I make? Lead pencils I should make, or simple pencils I should make, or some different kind of pencils should I make? Should I make eraser also with them? So that is the first thing which comes in my mind. Then I will think of the machinery which is required, the technology which is required to do the production of those pencils, right? Then next, for whom to produce, then I will think that who will be my consumers, who will be the people who will be purchasing the pencils which I am producing. So these three things I will always think before starting my production. Now think at a larger level. These are the central problems, means these problems prevail all over the economy. I was talking about one person, I was talking about you. So now think that at the large level, on the country's level, how these problems are faced and how these problems are tackled by the government, right? Now first we think about what to produce. So what to produce has two aspects, which can be what possible commodities to produce. It should be what kind of commodities to produce, right? It can be consumer goods, means the goods which are directly consumed by people, or it should be a capital good or war good, right? So many kind of goods are there What kind of good should I prepare? That will be a big question for the producer. I will tell you first of all a problem, and I will also tell you the way how to tackle these problems. Okay. Now, how much to produce? That is another problem, that how much will be sufficient. Suppose if I am making, I have a restaurant and I am making 100 dosas in a day for people to eat. But maybe I have more consumers if those 100 are not sufficient, or maybe I have less consumers, maybe I get waste 50 dosas, or daily I am wasting few of the dosas. So that quantity also plays a major role. So next thing is how much. This is also a big question in front of the producer. Then next is how to produce. So what kind of techniques? There are two kinds of techniques. One is capital intensive and the other is labor intensive. Okay, so I have to see that what kind of technique should I use. Should I use more of machinery? Capital intensive means I have more of money and I can use more of machinery. In the country where less population is there, these kind of techniques are more used because labor is not more. But in our country, there is a huge quantity of labor available in the market. So labor intensive techniques can be used in the countries where there is lot of population. Now for whom to produce? Now what should be the target of the consumer? Means I have to think that which kind of consumer should I target on. What is the age group of people? As the economy has limited resources, so the economy produces for those people who can pay for them. So how much, and I have to see that whether they will be able to purchase my product or not. If I am sitting in a village, right, I am opening my own business, but I am putting the rate very high in my shop of everything. Will the people be able to purchase it? No, because their living standard depends on where they are living. I have to judge that market and then I can start my own business. So these are few factors which we have to keep in mind to tackle these central problems of an economy. Now, how to solve three problems. So, how to solve. So there are certain measures we have to take that how we can handle this. First is what to produce. How we can solve this problem? By allocating the resources of an economy in the way that provides maximum aggregate satisfaction. So use the resources for maximum satisfaction. Okay, so if I am making 100 dosas, then I have to see that daily how many people are coming to eat that dosa. So how I can help them. Now how to produce can be solved by maximum output at minimum cost. So which technique to use? I can solve at minimum cost. So these first points help me in solving this problem. This second point helps me to solve this problem. Now moving on to the third point, for whom to produce can be solved by making sure that urgent want of each productive factor of the society are fulfilled. Urgent wants should be fulfilled. So this should be our target to handle the central problems of an economy. This question is very important. It is often asked what are the three problems of an economy, explain them with the example, and it is also asked then how can you tackle the central problems of economy. Just think as a producer. This becomes very easy when you think as a producer. First, if I want to start my own production, what will be the three challenges in front of me? What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Now how to get rid of these problems is, first of all I should focus on the use of resources for maximum satisfaction. Means what to produce means I should think that how I can satisfy my consumers, that I should produce. Now how to produce means what technique I should use, where my cost is low, right? I am a businessman, I am sitting to earn profit. So to earn profit my cost should be low. Then for whom to produce it should be only the urgent wants should be fulfilled. I should not be bothered about the other things. First of all, that much production I have to make which satisfies other consumers. So I hope till here it is clear to all of you. In the next video, we will be doing opportunity cost and production possibility curve, which are quite similar and interrelated to each other. We will see in the next video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. There are few viewers who are only watching but not subscribing. I will be grateful to you if you please subscribe. So please go through the details in your textbook also. If any difficulty, please leave a comment. I will try to help you. So we will meet in the next video. Bye for now.